Hi. So I wanted to come on and talk about last Tuesday's meeting at City Hall. So I had an opportunity to speak at the public forum regarding mask mandates, and it was just a lucky opportunity. A friend was supposed to speak and wasn't able to, and I was able to step in her place. So I did write something quickly. It was pretty last minute. I found out that morning, coming off a night shift, slept for a few hours, and then went to speak. So I shared from the heart, and I thought I would just come on and read what I had wrote. I was really surprised while I was reading it in the meeting that I actually got quite choked up, realizing just how important this message and everything is to me. So I wanted to come on and share it in case it resonates with some of you as well. Okay, so here we go. My name is Kristen Nagle. I'm a registered nurse here in London, as well as a registered holistic nutritionist. I have a background in both conventional medicine as well as a more holistic approach. I understand both the science as well as the emotional connection to the body. I co-founded a business called Sweaty Successful Moms alongside two very strong, talented, and empowered women. As mamas ourselves to young children, we are passionate about raising happy, healthy, free-thinking children. Our mission is to grow a community that believes in raising leaders that are wholeheartedly connected to the earth. This mission seems stronger and more important than ever. The further we move away from nature, the more complications there are to be had. We're also seeing a breakdown and divide in community. We cannot raise leaders when we are raising them in fear. Fear of each other, fear of the world, fear of illnesses, viruses, even the air we breathe, and everything that we touch. We're teaching them to fear everything around us. What is the psychological and long-term damage and trauma that this is creating when we put a mask on them, when they see loved ones and caregivers in masks, and when they see the general public all wearing masks? This does not create resiliency, but weakness. This does not keep their immune systems active and healthy. Instead, it suppresses it. We're taking away joy of play and being a kid. And instead, we're replacing it with depression, behavioral issues, physical regression, and a weakened immune system. Community is breaking down. The divide amongst us has never been greater. Neighbors are turning on one another. This is not the world I envisioned for my boys. We are made up of more bacteria and viruses in our microbiome than we are of human cells. If we fear viruses and bacteria, we fear ourselves, our own bodies. Masks are a strong factor in this, as many doctors have voiced concerns of the lack of science to back wearing masks. The studies show increase in respiratory illness by 13%. We're breathing in microplastics, fibers, and chemicals. We're increasing anxiety, putting us in a fight or flight mode, increasing cortisol, and creating the perfect storm for illnesses, creating a weak and sick society. No longer are we empowering health, immune systems, movement, mindset, real food, vitamins. We're removing sovereignty over our bodies and placing it in the hands of someone else. This should terrify you. When we no longer have rights over our own bodies and our children's, we've lost everything. What is this doing to our children? What is it teaching them? What future generation are we raising? Definitely not leaders wholeheartedly connected to the earth. Humans thrive on connection, interaction, love, compassion. Our children not only thrive in this environment, it is essential for their growth and development, their foundation. We're instilling fear purposefully and subconsciously onto them. We're replacing promotion of good bacteria with over-sterilized, chemically laden environments with hand sanitizers, obsessive cleaning, bleach, disinfectants. These are toxic endocrine disruptors and carcinogenic. It kills the microbiome, killing all bacteria, and leaving our immune systems weakened and exposed. We're pitting children against one another, and I have seen this happen personally. We're creating fear of their own bodies. Our children are getting sicker each year, more immunocompromised, more autoimmune diseases, more allergies, more infections, and more behavioral issues. London has always thrived on community, supporting local and healthy living. It's what keeps attracting me to this city. This was taken away from us with the lockdowns as we were forced to isolate and businesses were closed. The heart of London is suffering. We can do better. We should be an example for the rest of Ontario, for the rest of Canada, heck, even the world. We need community, hugs, smiles, laughter, joy, connection. With community also comes security, safety, peace, and well-being, strong bodies and strong minds. Our kids need this the most. Fear only creates disease. It doesn't prevent us from dying, it prevents us from living. This is being driven with flawed PCR testing, with high rates of false positives, and lack of understanding of viruses, germ theory versus terrain theory, our immune systems, our mental and emotional connection to health, and clearly the lack of understanding on how to promote health and well-being. Cases do not equal infection. Asymptomatic people are not threats or carriers. They are healthy people, period. We need to be the example to Ontario and the rest of the world. We will not let fear win. We will move forward with love. We need to take off the masks, stop the testing frenzy, and get back to basics, creating a community that believes in raising leaders who are wholeheartedly connected to the earth. It's time to rise up. Another lockdown is not the answer. Masks are not the answer. There are ways to protect the vulnerable while allowing community and the healthy to thrive and live. More education on whole foods, decreasing stress, the importance of sleep, avoiding sugar and processed foods, movement, vitamin D, C, and zinc, antioxidants, strong mindsets, love and support, connection. Allowing kids to be kids, let them get dirty and play with one another. This is the picture of health. This is true community coming together. This is how we support and protect one another, by being stronger together, saying no to fear. Let's raise leaders for tomorrow.